So once we broke up, he acted like he didn't care. No reaction, no questions, no, what can I do to fix this? There was nothing. But honestly, I think it worked in my favor because I probably would have stayed a little longer. Things kind of went back to the way they were, just casually talking. So we were only talking maybe about 2 or 3 times a week. It was all good. I didn't think there was a problem until about 3 weeks in, he called and I didn't answer. Mind you, I'm on the phone. I had every single intention of calling him back. So he calls me again and I still don't answer. And all of a sudden, that was a problem. I then get a text message that says, "Oh, so you ignore my calls now." I get him on the phone and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? I wasn't ignoring you. I was just on the phone." And he starts going in on me and he goes, "See, this is why you're selfish." He immediately goes in and he's ripping me a new one. He just starts talking extra crazy to me. He proceeds to tell me that I'm selfish, I'm inconsiderate, and that I only think about myself. And if I would have just waited, we could have been engaged right now. Then he proceeds to tell me that he bought me an engagement ring, and it was the one that I wanted because we looked at engagement rings 6 months prior. While he's on this rant, he also tells me that basically he's broke. His parents were helping him with his rent and he could barely afford groceries. He says this is why he couldn't afford to take me on trips and do all the things that I was asking to do. I had no idea. He told me things were going great at his new job that he decided to move to Houston for, and he was making all this money. How can I be considerate and compassionate if I don't really know what's going on? Make it make sense. Then he decides to call me a gold digger. And I'm, how am I a gold digger if you ain't got no gold? And remember how I said, we've known each other for a while, so he knew all my personal business about all my relationships. He did the ultimate low blow. He says, "Now I see why all your exes treated you the way that they did. You deserved it. And no man is ever gonna love you." The whole time he's talking to me, my phone is on mute. I am sobbing and it feels like he's been talking to me absolutely forever. And he finally stops and he asks me, "Do you have anything to say?" And I knew what he was trying to do. I said, "No, thank you for sharing your feelings with me. You have a good evening." And I hung up the phone. Has this ever happened to you? How have you handled it? I know it's not just me. I'm just the only one talking about it. Make sure to come back next week for the grand finale because you're not going to believe how he tried to call me back.